I don't even know where to start with this video, guys, other than I have some footage. It's a little bit older, but it was too good to not make an edit out of. And I've been sitting on it long enough. But if you've noticed, I've been on a little bit of a 12-valve kick for the last year or so. I bought pretty much every one of them that I could get a good deal on. So if it's got a 12-valve in it, I am interested. This video is going to feature my buddy Roland's truck. It is a Ford, an 03, but it's got a 12-valve Cummins in it, which is awesome because it actually has an automatic behind it, a Ford auto, that shifts great compared to every 12-valve I've ever driven that was in a second-gen Dodge that they just never shifted the greatest. They didn't. But then, last but not least, I've also made a new friend kind of through these videos, a truck that I've seen locally drive around for years, and I finally got to see it in person and got to ride in it, and it was awesome. My buddy Justin's truck is, I think it's a 70 Airs Ford. I forget what year it was, but it's got a 12-valve and a 5-speed in it. It is freaking awesome. So enjoy the video, guys. Oh, by the way, guys, hit the subscribe button. My goal is to get 100,000 subscribers. Help me out. I really appreciate it, and enjoy the video. I drove it up here, but I drove it like a grandpa, so I'll let the man drive it here.
I don't know these roads. I gotta be careful.
You've watched enough of my videos, you should know this one.
I know this one. This road here is where you did the comparison between the three trucks. It's the first video I ever watched, actually.
Yeah.
To the stop sign, I think, right?
The stop sign and then up the hill.
Yeah, that was the first video I ever watched.
Yeah, I think the truck would pull it, 5500 definitely pulled a little bit harder than it pulled it then. It's like the needle for boost was like 35, and then that last one it hit one over 40, and it like kind of kicked you back a little bit. Pretty much a gauge for everything. Simple ones are on here: boost, pyro, and fuel pressure. But then over there,
I like to monitor as much as I can. It tells me how the truck's acting and what I need to change. Like up here, we've got drive pressure, engine coolant, transmission coolant. Then we have pre-intercooler, post-intercooler, intermediate boost between the compound turbos, and then throttle position will tell me if there's something wrong with the engine. Say I'm having to give it more throttle than normal, I will be able to know it instead of just being able to feel my foot. I can know right there. Yeah. Like I know at 40 pounds of boost, I should be at 42% throttle, and if it's different, I know I got something going on that I need to work on.
And everything factory on the Ford still works.
Yeah, that's hooked up to the OBD2 actually.
So all your factory Ford gauges, those are all, I guess, fairly simple, honestly.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy about it.
Yeah. But it's neat that everything, air conditioning, everything still works as it should.
Nice cold AC.
You even have a meter on your
Well, I got tired of people stealing my USB for my phones.
Yeah.
So I just put one in the dash.
There you go. That is not just a tablet, that is a stereo. Pretty sweet unit you built up here, sir. Keep going straight past this roof. Yeah.
And then what's nice is put it in tow haul and it'll downshift for me and everything. Like now I just went from 5th to 4th. And the torque converter's always locked in tow haul also.
It's like the weirdest thing driving it, because if you're used to a 12-valve with an automatic, it's always had that old 4-speed, which it's kind of a dog. If it's stock, it's definitely really much a dog. But this thing is 5-6 speed kind of thing.
It's a 5-speed, and in certain weather conditions it has an extra gear to use.
Doesn't make much sense, but
it's odd, yeah.
We'll call it a 5-speed that locks second.
First gear torque converter lock.
Like I know, I don't know shit.
I'll show you. I mean, we can
lock first gear, which is pretty sweet, and that's all factory stuff.
Yeah, it's a transmission you can do to any 6.0 or 6.4 power stroke. Actually, you can make them lock in first gear.
Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And it's quiet. It's quiet in here. It feels like a newish truck. There's another one right there.
Downshifted again.
Yeah. It's funny, like when I realized the tell signs of spotting the 6.0, the badging in the mirrors and stuff, it's like they're everywhere. And I was like, I thought they were all broke down.
No, there's a lot of them on the road still.
Broke down.
Just take a lot of money to keep them on the road.
All right. I told V-Belt here that this isn't your standard Ford. He asked if it does wheelies. Two of them.
Yeah.
Smell brakes?
Yeah.
That's when I don't know about that.
Taking out the exhaust. Yeah, it's not normal because it's got a 98 12-valve Cummins in it. Oh, with all the Ford parts. Ford transmission, Ford AC, Ford intercoolers, radiator, alternator.
I like some of the Ford.
I like everything about the Ford except the motor.
I drove it up here. It's weird how it drives, how it shifts, how like yours shifts versus, yeah. And just any 47 automatic kind of sucks.
47s are awful.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that from factory whenever you were bought.
I know.
I'll take it right back.
Ow!
Let's look at it a little bit.
Guess I don't have a tailgate no more.
Look at the inside though. The inside he's got some modern stuff. So it's kind of like how Grandma's is. It's got new seats.
Oh, yeah, leather.
Yeah, all the nice amenities of a new truck. No emissions and easy to work on.
$60,000 price tag, huh?
Yeah, tell him how much you got into it.
I have less than $4,000 in the whole truck.
Good radiator.
So my dad had the truck, blew the engine up in it, and he was going to scrap it. And so he gave me the truck, and I was already driving the truck that had the motor in it. And then all I had to do was buy the adapter plate, and that was the big chunk of change. And everything else I did myself. All the aluminum welding, all the brackets, everything I did myself.
Weld aluminum, huh?
I'm not the best at it, but it works.
Yeah. A bit loose there.
You got to tell him what number's on the side of the block.
Oh, it's a 53 block too. It's got 500,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
500,000. Yeah.
I read, were you telling me something about that block the other day?
Yeah, I think I told the water pump story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's water pressure.
The clip water pump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll fix them every time.
So that wasn't the problem from the get.
Well, the block is thinner, but the fix is to clip the water pump, lower
Yeah.
the water pressure, and you won't have an issue out of it.
Never heard anybody say that before.
It's a sled pulling trick.
Yeah.
Because these blocks are really easy to find because people don't want them, and so the sled pullers down there in Texas will buy them, throw a different water pump in there, clip the water pump, and they have a good block.
How much weight did they save by making that block thinner? 50 pounds?
Well,
20
I'm
pounds?
sure someone figured it up and was like, we're going to save a lot of money this year. You know how them manufacturers are.
I did read years ago that they had put $150 million aside for warranty work. Cummins.
Okay, guys, the gentleman we're talking to right now is my dad, nicknamed V-Belt. V-Belt and Son, that's kind of where, you know, I named the channel in a way after him. But deep down, he's probably a Ford guy because his first truck ever was a Ford up until he bought his second-gen Dodge back in the day, brand new. Probably switched over to Dodge because the diesel engine with the Cummins. So the fact that I'm showing him a Ford with the Cummins in it, I think is kind of a treat to him. Plus, it's a treat for you guys because if you're new to the channel, he doesn't talk on the channel very much. He's getting a little more at it, but I recorded this little conversation, so.
That was probably before that block came out.
Right. Yeah, got the oil filter over here, so it's easy to change. And
That's like the best thing about, like, everything else is cool, but that oil filter, the convenience factor.
Easy to change, yeah.
oh,
I
super.
guess you could have mounted it more vertical. Huh?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get a new aluminum fan shroud built so I can turn it straight. But so the trick is, as long as you leave the truck sit for about 2 hours, and a Venturi effect will pull the oil out of it.
There you go.
So then you don't have a mess.
Sometimes they're a little bit low.
Yeah, and that's why.
after it
So
sits.
when the oil cools down, it pulls itself out. And it's got the Ford lift pump, Ford fuel filters, plus an extra 2-micron filter on the side of the block.
2 micron.
I like clean fuel.
500,000 miles though.
Yeah.
The pole's great.
Has it got as much blow by as mine?
Has none. No blow by.
Out of a
Nice.
98 12
Mine's
valve.
pretty bad. You sit at a stop sign and you're not able to see this
Yeah.
vapor
Yeah, no.
floating by.
Well, I drove 17 hours here. It was a 27-hour drive, and when I stopped in Nevada, right there in Reno, and I pulled the cap off just so I was curious, and that aluminum cap, you just sit there and it won't move.
Plug off the other vent first, maybe.
There's a little bit, like if you put your thumb on it, there's a little bit of pressure.
Where's it come out at?
Down here,
It,
by the
it comes
trans.
out in the back.
Oh,
Yeah, the 12 valves all came, they just went straight to the atmosphere down there.
they could have put it up at the front like mine and get
Cover
some
the thing in oil?
radiator.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Dumb
still
idea.
sitting in the shed in there.
Yeah.
It's just plugged up. But,
I don't know whose idea that
hot
was.
tank it or something. In your lifetime, I only drive like maybe 10,000 a year now.
Yeah.
Just
Shoot.
around here.
I've had it for 3 years. I put 120,000 miles on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Had the truck done for 3 years.
Yeah. You make money driving it though, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Money on this trip, but it was worth it though.
Charging for
Yeah.
it. It's $1.70
You got a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what it is? $1.80.
Oh, Mark, yeah, you gotta look at this before.
You need to lower your trucks like this so you can work on.
You can walk
It
right
is-
in the tailgate.
It is nice to work on it.
So, does it look like a Ford engine?
What differentials do you see?
And I did a differential delete.
Yeah. Cummins in it.
Yeah. Factory, right? Engine's about the same
Right.
size.
We got a factory Cummins engine from a Ford that we're gonna put in Grandma's truck, maybe.
A little dirty, but it works.
Out of it. What truck did that come out of? That other one?
F650.
X50.
Looks like a little bit of work.
Yeah, it's had some work done to it, but the engine's completely stocked, other than everything that you see bolted onto it.
Well,
All
broke
fa-
the truck yet?
Have not broke the truck. I mean, the tailgate did fall off.
Yeah.
From the horse torque.
But they're right. But yeah, 500,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Original head gasket and everything. Original rear main seal as well. It doesn't leak.
They seem to be good motors. They last for a long time. I'm worried about the rest of the truck.
If you want to know more information about Roland's truck, he has a YouTube page. I highly recommend you check it out. It's called the Fummins page, and more info on the modifications to the engine in it. It's got a compound turbo. Since this video, it has changed. He has done a couple other modifications to it. While he was here, we added an exhaust brake to the truck so he can do his towing. And boys, he tows 30,000 plus on a regular basis with that 03 Ford with a 500,000 mile 12 valve Cummins engine in it. You know, kind of funny, we're all talking how awesome that automatic was, and it actually started going out when he was losing fourth gear. So he put a 6-speed manual transmission in it. I haven't seen a video or any footage of him since he's done that swap. But I can only attest to 5-speed or 6-speed swap and 12 valves. That's pretty awesome in my book. Next up, after that long-winded talk, if you made it through that, yeah, brother. I think it's cool. I like looking back on old footage of talking to Dad, talking to my Uncle Mark, and talking to any friends I made along the way. I like doing that stuff. But now, we get to see Justin's truck, and I showed it before when this video started out, but it is just the coolest damn truck. 70s Ford crew cab long bed. Originally it was a 2-wheel drive with whatever gas engine was in it, but he took a 97 Dodge, donered the whole thing, put the frame, running gear, 4-wheel. You know what, I don't think he took the 4-wheel drive, like the differential, because he still got spring leaf, not coil, on the front of this truck. It's funny how much money can get tied up into a build like either one of these things. I mean, Roland doesn't have much into his, but man, I know Justin's got a lot into this Ford. Enjoy. What do we got going on here? Hood pop because they stole some batteries. But look at this truck. Crew cab Ford. Oh man, back here, how's it going? Wonder why you have gooseneck stuff in here. Surely couldn't pull an old truck. We could. You got one of those in there. Like you said, that's a 97 12 valve. Stripped it out of a Dodge, took the 4-wheel drive. This truck was a automatic 290 2-wheel drive. It ain't anymore. I've seen this truck driving around for a long time. Stoked to finally see it in person. This thing is rad. We're letting batteries charge for Grandma's engine. Man. Oh yeah. Next project after 4 more projects get done. Got that little regular cab over there, but that thing just just take the cab off that thing and put it on something else. That one's about as stock as you can get. Probably like 80 horse. Later that night, we did take a rip in Justin's truck. I didn't ask if I could drive it. I didn't ask if I could buy it because, I mean, it would be awesome to have that truck, but he's put a lot of time and money and effort and everything into that, and that's his baby. And boys, it is a nice truck. For an older truck, it is comfortable and it rips. And oddly, the 12 valve sounds like a common rail. It's got a really mean power band with that loud, long, straight pipe exhaust. It's a cool truck. But this is Grandma's old engine. When we first fired it up, Justin and his daughter were chilling kind of in that area back there. And the first fire up that thing had, it chooched a little bit. And that poor little girl, she got a little bit of smoke, but she took it like a champ. She just started laughing and it was a good time. But I'm going to show you guys a truck that I saw on Facebook earlier this week that Justin and I were hemming on about going and buying. And it definitely would have been a cool buy. It was a early crew cab Dodge truck. Crew cab, long bed. It came with a first gen 12 valve, a 5-speed, and an 07 running gear. It would have been a cool truck. It obviously needed some work, and no, all that stuff was not together in one package. It was just, you know, like a put it together kit. $6,000 for that whole unit. It wasn't a terrible deal. I would imagine that truck right there without all that Cummins gear might be worth somewhere in that area because it's kind of rare. But I'll be honest, like the Dodge crew cab is cool. I got that little that little single cab yellow truck that I want to, you know, put some good running gear under it and a 4BT and a 5-speed. But I would really like to build a truck like Justin's because I've been seeing that thing drive around for years. And man, it's cool. It's an awesome truck. But you guys ready to see the real new project?
Yeah, right. Got a flat, that's why he's towing it. Poor thing. Props, dude. Cut that car off.
Did you guys really think I was going to give a hint on what I may or may not have already bought? Good thing she starts now.
Tractor. Shit. First shed down. It just slid off the road when I backed up. There's a ditch right there.